we've got an amazing member here with us for Base Growth Network. It's Mark Zammit. We're going to be rocking and rolling with our BGN member spotlight and learning a little bit more about your life, Mark. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good.
That's a brilliant, Mark. So let's dive deep into it.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, can you tell us a little about what inspired you to start your business, Mark, and how did you get to where you are today?
What inspired me to start my business? Well, I've been in business, working for businesses for all my life. I was in management in the car industry for 23 years. And I was inspired about owning a business, but being in the car industry, you need a lot of capital to actually acquire a dealership. And I didn't want to take that amount of risk. So I looked outside the square to see where I could actually get into a business where I didn't have to have the capital to have the stock. And real estate was the way to go because I'm actually helping people sell their own properties and I'm not carrying the stock. Always had the inspiration around real estate. I had a civil engineering background, so I'd liked the building game. Owned a number of properties myself, so I always dabbled in it. And an opportunity come about where a good friend of mine said, do you want to come on board and join his team in real estate? Now, I didn't want to start from the bottom up, so I jumped in the big end of the business, which was selling large land parcels to developers and investors. So I would go out listing properties that were anywhere from $5 million to $25 million in value, and listing those properties and selling them to developers and investors. And that went on for like 2 years, working with another company, which was Austromel Real Estate at the time. But I always had the goal to move out on my own. So I did you have to do your agent's rep. I got my license, and after COVID, decided that I wanted to open my own business, and that's where we founded Zammit Real Estate. My wife Jo and myself, along with my son, we said let's do this. So it was a big risk because I was in a good management role in the car industry, but I'll never look back. So yeah.
Wow, and I love how you have the whole family involved,
Yes.
and you're still smiling, so that's a positive, Mark. And I love how all the things that we do in the past really shapes and gets us to where we're at today. And I know that you've got an amazing background in terms of, really learning the value of work and hard work, but also getting from there to how can we make a bigger impact. That's probably what is driving you and your family every single day, which is beautiful. Now, if you can tell us a little bit more about what your services are, what your products are that you offer, and also who is the ideal client for you? Because we have viewers watching and we want them to have some takeaways and potentially make some connections for you.
Yeah. So Zammit Real Estate specialise in helping people build their wealth through property. We've got a diverse property range from your normal house and land, so helping the first home buyers, apartments, townhouses. We've got larger development sites, like I mentioned before. What we like to do is give people a diverse property portfolio where they can look at different options, because some of them want to spend $500,000 and some of them might want to spend $2.5 million. Some of them might want a penthouse or a luxury home and it's $20 million. What we've done on our platform is actually supply all that stock in one hit where everyone can look at it. So that gives me the opportunity to help people in different price brackets. Because my goal is to make as many people wealthy through property, whether it's their first home or an investment property, and show them different options that are available, whether it's from co-living to NDIS, SDA homes, rooming houses, properties in Bali. There's a diverse range of property that we can offer people.
Wow. How did you even think about the diversity of this nature? Like, I'm sure not everybody in your industry does what you do.
No, they don't. And why I've got this diverse range is I want to be able to sit down with clients, and if I want to have the products to actually be able to help them out, where if someone says, well, I don't really like that, or that doesn't suit me, I can't say, well, I can't help you. I want to have the stock available to be able to help. So an instance was a gentleman approached me last week and wanted to buy a apartment in a apartment building in the city. with his self-managed super, but he also wanted me to show him how NDIS works. So I sat down with himself and his accountant, showed him the numbers, and then he was able to figure out what was the best property for him. Now, if I was only dealing with apartments, I would have been pushing that on him and we wouldn't have got a successful sale. But from that, he's gone down the NDIS space and find that that's going to be better for his superannuation portfolio.
Wow. And I love that, you're not only connecting with the person, but you're also connecting with the accountants, making it a collaborative decision and really looking at it from the perspective of a win for the client, win for everyone. So
yeah, that's my approach. Is if I wouldn't buy it for myself, I wouldn't expect anyone else to purchase it. And it has to work with their whole goal and what they want to get out of it in the long term.
and definitely being the example, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So in this journey and in this business journey so far, what would you say is your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge was initially starting off where we started our own brand, Zamet Real Estate. I had opportunities to work with franchises. A lot of people said to me, Mark, come and join us. It's hard on your own. You're not going to be able to make it. But we made the effort as a team to basically set up our website, go out and list the stock, work on our SEO to create organic leads and inquiry. And it's taken time, but it's actually worked out for the better. So I just feel that, paying a franchise fee or giving a lot of your income away to others, even though they'll be there to help, I just wanted to do it on my own to be able to keep more for myself and the family and be able to offer my clients more services, because working with franchises, you can't do all the things that I do. You have to work in your boundaries and you have to work in your area. Whereas I work all over Australia and overseas, and we've got really no one telling me you can't do this or can't do that. I make the decision on what I want to sell.
I love that. Being a true entrepreneur and definitely being part of franchises has its own pros and cons. So if I had to ask you, I know we already touched a little bit upon what sets you apart from other people in your industry, but if you could focus a little bit more, what would it be?
I think it's the listening to the client, listening to their needs and coming up with a proper outcome that's going to suit their needs. Even if they feel that something that they're thinking of doing may not suit, I give them my opinion. And if they want to go down that track, that's fine. But I look at it from a different lens and on the end result and what a client's trying to achieve. Because clients come with different ideas and it's not just selling them on that idea, it's basically giving them options and then they can make the choice at the end of the day. My philosophy is I'm not here to sell you something, I'm here to show you something and you make the decision on what you want to basically purchase.
I love it. And sometimes the expectations might not be very realistic. So
No.
how do you manage that?
Well, yeah. Well, it's along with the financiers who help me, the financial advisors that help me, and getting clients to realise what they might want to achieve with deposits and things like that might not be achievable, but there's always options. So it's having a less expensive house or product, financing in a different way, financing with your super, all these different ways, just working through to get the end result from what they want for them to purchase a property.
Beautiful. So does that mean you then connect with a lot of other people to give your clients a great experience?
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved from the builders. So the clients can speak directly to the builders and the developers that I work with, financial advisors, accountants, finance brokers, solicitors. So it's a whole thing that we put together from then the rental providers at the end to make it a whole smooth process. I'm there to hold their hand along the whole way.
Wow. So for anyone who's watching, Mark Zamet definitely has an entire ecosystem. So definitely a man to tap onto. We definitely see him a lot because he's usually at every single BGN meeting that we have. It doesn't matter if you're in Bandura, in Williamstown, in Cranbourne or Chadston. You rock up, you'll find Mark there. He definitely understands the power of people and the magic of networking. So over the next 5 years, Mark, where do you see yourself and your business?
Over the next 5 years, I'd like to employ a few more people in the sales area and take a little bit of a step back myself, expand a bit more overseas as well. That market is very interesting. There's a lot more opportunity there for Australians to invest in because they can get in at a smaller fraction. And probably travel a little bit more because I've spent the last 4 years since the business opened. You've got a commitment to your clients. If you've got listings, you need to be there on the floor. You need to be out there. Can't just say I'm taking a month off and going away. So have a backstop where other people can get involved, and I don't have to be always in the sales role, letting other people take control of that.
That's awesome. Again, looking at whole new level of learning and growth when it comes to, empowering more people to have them on board, but also creating that beautiful ecosystem.
I was thinking back this morning, my 23 years in the car industry, I probably was involved in helping about 30,000 clients buy a car over that time. Now, I don't intend to sell 30,000 homes, but I want to help a lot of people into their first home or their first investment or second investment, and have people look back, like a few of my clients that took my advice many years ago in the broad acreage areas and bought property that have tripled in value by just taking my advice. And that's what I want to do going forward with all my other clients that I meet.
Wow. Well, I'm going to set that as a personal goal for you now. So 30,000 cars equals 30,000 houses. Now we need more people to assist. It's a big, big vision. So everyone looking at Mark right now, is now your time to come connect with Mark, because he has a big vision, big goal. He's an amazing human being, and we are so grateful to have you as part of BizGrowth Network, Mark. If you had to tell us a little bit more about how's your journey with BGN been so far, Mark?
It's been fantastic. Good group of people. I've been to a lot of networking events, and it's just like a family.
That's brilliant. And how would you say that it's something that's given you a return on investment?
Just the amount of people you get to meet, the amount of people you get to connect with. And it's just so easy to connect with everyone. Everyone's just so lovely and likable and easy to get along with. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Amazing. Thank you so much, Mark, for all your energy and your love. Looking forward to seeing you grow.
Thanks.